From Wish TV and the All Indiana Podcast Network, this is the News 8 Daily 8 Podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update.
Good morning, I'm Lena Pringle, filling in for Kylie Conway. This is your News 8 Daily 8 for Monday, October 9th. Monday, expect a lot of sunshine to start off your work week. Skies will be mostly sunny for the day. The highs will still be a little bit below normal. Expect your temps to reach or stay around the lower 60s. Breaking news in the war between Israel and Hamas. Israeli military leaders have just called for a full siege in the Gaza Strip. No electricity, food, or fuel. It's the newest move in a deadly conflict that started with surprise weekend attacks from Hamas. The fighting in and over Israel is now in its third day, with rockets flashing across the sky and Israel formally declaring war. The death toll has now passed 1,100, including at least 700 in Israel and 400 more in the Palestinian territories. Israeli officials say as many as 1,000 Hamas fighters forced their way through a fortified border fence and fired on soldiers and civilians in Israeli communities along the Gaza frontier. The push included an assault on a music festival, killing some 260 people there. Israel struck back with airstrikes. The White House says the U.S. could announce aid for Israel soon. CNN is now reporting at least 4 Americans died in the attacks. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says he ordered the Ford Carrier Strike Group to sail to the eastern Mediterranean to be ready to help Israel. That deployment includes a host of ships and warplanes and about 5,000 sailors. Jewish people here in Indiana are expressing shock. The attacks from Hamas started the same day as Simchat Torah, the day marking the end of the faith's high holidays. We talked to the board president for the Indianapolis Jewish Federation. Her son is in Israel, and she says he had to stay at a bomb shelter yesterday. If you like to help the victims of the violence, the International Red Cross is taking donations. We have a link on wishtv.com. The Jewish Federation of Indianapolis is gathering today to stand in solidarity with Israel. It's happening at the Congregation Bethel Zedek on the north side. Doors will open at 5 this evening to allow for security protocols, with a ceremony starting at 5:30. The organization says only 4 by 6 inch small bags will be allowed and no registration is required. In Colts watch, the team ends a wild week with a win against division rivals, the Tennessee Titans, while surviving a painful loss at halftime. First for the good, the rushing attack is suddenly very strong. Jonathan Taylor played his first snaps of the season, and Zach Moss torched the Titans for a 165 yards, including a 56-yard touchdown run in the first quarter. The bad rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson is hurt again, out at the half with a shoulder injury. Gardner Minshew stepped in once again, driving for 2 touchdowns and a field goal in the victory. The Colts are now tied for first place in the AFC South. Now, the NFL Network reports Colts quarterback Anthony Richardson could miss a month or more after injuring his shoulder. It says Richardson's diagnosis is a grade 3 AC joint sprain and has an MRI this morning to confirm. Richardson helped lead the Colts to a 23-16 victory over the Titans yesterday. You can now buy tickets to see a spectacle in the sky at the home of the greatest spectacle in racing. Indianapolis Motor Speedway has started selling passes to watch April's total solar eclipse at the track. Sunday marked exactly 6 months before Central Indiana will be in the path of totality just after 3 in the afternoon on April 8th. The viewing party will include the infield, Lot 2, and about 25,000 grandstand seats. The event has extra star power as NASA is marking it an official observation location for the space agency's coverage. Astronomers say Central Indiana won't see another total solar eclipse for 129 years. Happening today, the Eiteljorg Museum is celebrating Indigenous Peoples Day with free admission. There will be cultural performances, art-making demonstrations, and in-gallery programming. The museum will also be offering tours of the new exhibit called Expressions of Live Native Art in North America. Those tours are happening today at 11 and 3. Turning to business headlines, where American, Delta, and United scrubbed their flights to Israel this weekend after the attacks. The Federal Aviation Administration on Saturday sent a notice to pilots stating operators are advised to exercise extreme caution when operating in the Tel Aviv area because of the attacks. There were reports of rockets being launched at the Tel Aviv International Airport. Pharmacy employees at some Walgreens stores in the U.S. are planning walkouts today through Wednesday over challenging working conditions. Employees, including pharmacists and technicians, say their current workload that includes administering various vaccinations could affect patient safety, making it more difficult to fill prescriptions accurately. Microsoft is likely to unveil its first artificial intelligence chip next month. The information reports the move is seen as a bid to reduce Microsoft's reliance on NVIDIA's chips, which are in high demand and have been in short supply. HelloFresh, Home Chef, Blue Apron, and other prominent meal kit companies are struggling to retain customers. In 2022, about 90% of customers at the 5 major meal delivery services canceled their subscriptions by the end of the year. The Wall Street Journal reports that some customers say they didn't want to cook every night. Others complained about the salt content and waste. This has been your News 8 Daily 8 from Wish TV. I'm Lena Pringle, online at Wish TV, and like us on Facebook when you search Wish TV.
This is the News 8 Daily 8 podcast with Wish TV's Kylie Conway. A Wish TV News 8 update on demand for even more on demand and on the go. Connect with Wish TV on Facebook at wishtv.com and on the free Wish TV mobile app. Thank you for listening, and be sure to like, subscribe, and follow this podcast for updates every weekday morning on the All Indiana Podcast Network and wherever you get your podcast.